It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Phoenix Suns in this one as they go up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And taking the floor tonight, someone with a traditional postgame who can also shoot with great range, DeAndre Ayton. Shaq, your thoughts?
I watched this guy play in college, 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Not fast necessarily, but agile, fluid, highly skilled.
What more could you want?
More could you want?
Well, accurate shooter from the field and the free throw line. This guy moves his feet well enough to switch defensively. I love his game.
And now with the tip coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's game time in Phoenix as the crowds look to cheer on their hometown Suns. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And right now for the Kings, they'd like to start this road trip off on a positive note. They're hungry for wins and have to look at this as a great chance. Facing another struggling team, we'll see if they can seize the opportunity.
You know, it's been a struggle on the road for this team, and they're beginning another road trip here tonight.
And now, Chris, a few games under their belts. We're seeing some inexperienced guys take that next step, make that leap.
Well, yeah, I mean, guys are really doing a great job on that level and given the opportunity to play in this game. And it's maybe because so many young players are being counted on for big roles now. You know, the game has kind of changed where in the past they would be on the side learning from a veteran and being kind of introduced and slowly introduced to the game. Right now, though, guys, we've seen what they've done in college. We know that they've had great coaches and great coaching. And so, yes, the bar has moved up where we expect younger players to do more because the game is built for younger players. Fast pace, speed of the game, shooting threes, just having fun out there. And so, yeah, I think a lot more is expected of young guys. And I think they're embracing the fact that they have a lot more responsibility.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Bagley, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. Now here's Ayton. Defense right on him. Rubio. That one off the back iron and out. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Hield against Booker. Here's Fox. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Driving with ferocity. I mean, when Fox puts it on the deck, he's fantastic at finding ways to finish.
Rubio dishes to Saric. Back to Rubio. Saric outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him. So the Kings will take it the other way. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Fox passes to Barnes. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barnes has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Rubio. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. Pass to Oubre. Feeds it to Ayton. And stolen by Dedmon. Here's Fox. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Superior strength from the little man. Fox accepting the challenge and fighting through the contact well.
De'Aaron Fox, C-Webb, with a very slender build. Does that concern you at all?
Not at all. I love his wiry strength. It holds up the contact better than you might think. Plus his speed beats strength any day. He's got to stay in the weight room, though. He knows it.
One shot, find the lanes.
Free throw good, Fox. And you talk about that quick twitch athletes have. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the lane. Chris, definitely an attack guard.
Oh, yeah, and it's not just his quickness, Kevin. I mean, it's his mentality, his aggressiveness. He's very competitive. He wants to impose his will on the game, and I love that.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Rubio in the corner. 5 on the clock. Over Bagley.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Phoenix, no good that time either. Back to Saric. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Booker's got 7 points.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving. But C-Webb, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone, and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the player skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you're calling the play.
All right, I love your honest appraisal. Big group substitution here for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Saric. Bridges, he's checked in for Oubre. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Bielitsa comes in for Bagley. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Barnes. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. Now, here's Bridges, following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Ariza against Bridges. There's the feed to Kaminsky. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Fox gets to Ariza. Back to Fox. Passes it to Bielitsa. Sacramento again missing. 1:22 left here in the first quarter. Bridges passes to Baines. Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Baines. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. Bogdanovich wide open. And the three off target. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Johnson finds Booker. And the pass to Kaminsky. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Kaminsky's got his second basket.
Such an advantage for Kaminsky. He can finish inside with either hand.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fox against Johnson. Up top, Fox. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. 8 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. High, arcing shot. Yep, that one goes in there. 9 points for De'Aaron Fox.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there. Looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
It's all tied in Phoenix. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. From undrafted to $50 million man, Tyler Johnson talked about what it felt like when he finally hit it big.
I think when I finally heard that number, when they put the offer sheet on there and said $50 million, I mean, that's well documented that I kind of got sick. I just know the journey that it took me to get here. It was a little bit overwhelming, so I threw up.
And credit Johnson's work ethic, Greg, putting himself in position to earn that big payday.
Great to see an underdog make it, and that's the kind of contract that truly changes your life forever.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Johnson in at point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Bielitsa. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
What about the vision of Ariza just slashing the D apart with his passing?
For Sacramento, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
One shot, find the lanes.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Ayton, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having two young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
Now Fox, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer.
And if you give Fox the mid-range area, he'll take it. It's good seeing him improve from there.
Johnson kicks to Kaminsky. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Booker. Ariza with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's foul number 2 for him. Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Kelly Oubre comes in for Devin Booker, and then for Sacramento, Bagley comes in for Bielitsa, and it's Buddy in for Trevor Ariza. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Hield. Step back shot. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
In the mid-range game of Hield is excellent. Always got to play up on him when he has the ball.
And they get it. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Bridges.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Hield. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Indiana. Holmes passes to Bagley. Knocked away. Johnson against Fox. The shot comes out.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. Affecting the shot.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Oubre kicks to Johnson. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Yep, it counts.
Anybody see any defensive presence on that play? I mean, he's not going to blow that layup. It was wide open. Yeah, and thinking back to Kaminsky's first affiliation with the NBA, I mean, when he was 5 years old, his aunt and uncle worked for the Bulls. Frank had access to the practice facility when Jordan and Rodman were on the team. That's not fair.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And Kaminsky, a great high school prospect out of Illinois, named College Basketball Player of the Year. Chris, maybe his time at the Bulls facility has paid off.
Yeah, think about it. And guess what? Michael Jordan's Hornets drafted him 9th overall. But he has big expectations because of what he did in college. He's still making the transition from College 5 to the NBA Stretch 4.
Like it's stir fry, put it in the kitchen wrist, twisted like it's stir fry, put it in the kitchen wrist, twisted like it's stir fry, put it in the kitchen wrist, twisted like it's stir fry, put it in the kitchen wrist, twisted like it's stir fry, put it in the kitchen wrist, twisted like it's stir fry.
So for the Suns, Sharch comes in for Frank Kaminsky, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Kings. Barnes comes in for Bogdanovich. Now here's Barnes. He had 13 points in the win against Indiana.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the chart.
Now Bridges. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Bridges against Hield. Shot from 12. Here's Ayton to the left side wing. Oubre, no one around him. Sinks the triple. Oubre's got the lead up to 2 now for the Suns. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Dedmon with it, now guarded by Ayton. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Looking more active inside Hield. It's important that he keeps looking to score close to the bucket.
Inside, got a piece of it, and stolen by Dedmon. Pass to Barnes, to the inside. Bagley with the bucket. We've got so many young, exciting players in the NBA right now, Chris. When you think about the league's best player, the league MVP, in say 7 years, what names come to mind?
That's a great question. I mean, you have to think about guys like the Greek Freak.
Or even 5 years. It doesn't have to be that long.
Yeah, but just the potential. I know what you're saying, and Kevin. I mean, Heat and Simmons, the Greek Freak,
Tatum.
Wow,
I know.
This is just so. You could just go to all the young teams and say these guys are next. I mean, all you gotta do is look at the rookie, sophomore, the phenom game, and just close your eyes and pick any of those guys because you know that they're talented. But yeah, the Greek Freak, Anthony Davis, Embiid. I think those are all safe bets.
Here's Barnes after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Fox with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Lets the three fly. Fox, no good. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Tries again. Offensive rebound. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
36 seconds left to play here in the half. On the wing, Barnes. Covered by Oubre. Bagley. Some solid defense from Saric.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
And Rubio kicks to Oubre. Back to Rubio. The shot from 20 feet away. The shot that time not on target. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. For us, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
What's your take on Sacramento?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And it's the Suns with the ball. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Bagley is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Dedmon in at the 5 spot. And here's Booker from the arc. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Even as the team rebuilds, business booming for the Kings. Chris, ticket sales, sponsorships, you name it.
Well, the fans are doing their part to make this team a winner. You can bet that.
Phoenix leading by 3. Saric attacking. It's tipped. Fox against Rubio. Feeds to Hield. Over Booker. And Hield with the basket on the assist by Fox. 8 points for Buddy Hield.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
That's tipped, and he's able to get it back.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
He feeds it to Hield. And stolen by Eaton. Fast break, here come the Suns. And Rubio kicks to Oubre. And that one drops for him. Oubre's got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Some changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Kaminsky comes in for Saric, and it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Sacramento also making some changes. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Riza comes in for Barnes, and it's Bogdanovich in for Fox. Now here's Booker after the miss from Buddy Hield. Booker looking around. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And now a 5-point Suns lead. Hield kicks to Holmes. Outside, Bogdanovich. Tries again. Holmes, good.
Now look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound, finishing strong on the putback.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Johnson with it. No points in the game yet for him. To the paint. Wants to get it to Oubre and does.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Bagley the pass to Ariza. The three-pointer is right on target. Ariza's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there who can flat out light it up.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Bridges, he's checked in for the Suns. And a change for the Kings. Bielitsa, he checks in for Bagley. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Booker. That's tipped. Here's Ariza. He nails it, and we're tied up. Ariza's got his second bucket tonight.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
Johnson outside for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Suns lead by 3.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Booker against Hield. Passes it to Holmes. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's Bjelica with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
The touch, the timing. Bogdanovich loves catching the defense by surprise with the shot off the pass.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Now the Kings moving their G League affiliate from Reno to nearby Stockton, California, which is a 45-minute drive from the Golden One Center.
Yeah, I love it that the Kings fans have more of the Kings brand to support. I mean, it's all about accessibility for players and personnel. I mean, a definite change in climate, though. They'll get cooked.
Here's Ariza. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. Back to Ariza. There's the pass to Bjelica. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Suns have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Johnson finds Booker. Here's Baines. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Johnson can't get it to go. The Kings have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Cuts off the pass. Here's Booker. He's got 14. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 4-point Suns lead.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Coach Dave Yeager never missed the playoffs as head coach in Memphis. Chris, is it tough to go from that kind of success to a team now in rebuild mode?
You bet it is. I mean, it's a different challenge to build something from the ground up. It takes a lot of patience. You have to appreciate the small moments of progress, even when the wins are few.
Trapping souls like Bryce and Tiller. The crib left with the orders, and that's the very thing that gets me out of the bed in the morning. I got the bread recovered, got my career in the sun. Got no fear, just bled and lived through trauma. First the fat boys break up, then Bow Wow retires, and now y'all disrespecting the king. I come through there for not claiming they do the dirt and get to just disinfecting the scene. I'm what you call the epitomizer of getting dark. I'm a spit a geyser that'll get these guys on the charts to fit a lighter of bars. I'm feeling like the diamond on the permanent throne. Like the Quran, you can get it's smelling like the microphone in the
So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Saric comes in for Bridges. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. Sacramento also making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashad Holmes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Buddy Hield. Now, here's Dedmon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
That's his first personal foul.
Fox against Rubio. Dedmon kicks to Bogdanovich. No good on the three. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Booker outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Harrison Barnes picks one up. Phoenix shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker.
Once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
The Kings trail by 6. And here is Fox. He's got 11. Five on the clock. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Here's Barnes. Makes it off the glass.
Harrison Barnes.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Kings trail by 4. Charge is out there with Ayton. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Oubre. And it's Rubio in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Good work there as it goes. Rubio's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Suns. And for the Kings, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Now, here's Fox. Here's Dedmon. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Sharch dishes to Rubio. Suns moving the ball around. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Suns lead by 9.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sark. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Fox passes to Barnes. Shoots over Oubre, and that one's good. Barnes.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, that's because both offenses are relentless. Each side trying to close this thing out.
On the wing, Booker. Kicks to Oubre. Rubio against Fox. Shot clock at 6. Rubio dishes to Ayton. For 3, Booker. That one's not going to go. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Now here's Sharch. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Sharch finds Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as it keeps working.
And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Dedmon.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Rubio against Fox. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It'll be a jump ball.
So it's Sacramento now. The Kings trail by 7. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Dedmon kicks to Fox. Barnes outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Sharch. Some solid defense from Sharch.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdanovich. Now Fox. He kicks it to Dedmon. Barnes looking around. Here's Heald, up and in on the layup.
This guy is a gamer. Heald's eyes light up when he gets the chance to take these shots.
Timeout called, the Suns. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
It's a take charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Igor Kokoshkov coaching his team during the break. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Barnes. That one drops for him.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line, he's out competing guys.
Rubio, the pass to Šarić. Over Bagley, and it falls over the rim and in.
He's taking on a bigger leadership role. You can tell Sark enjoys coming through for his team in big spots.
Fox kicks to Barnes. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Bounce pass, Rubio. Heald on the double team. Booker dishes to Oubre. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists tonight.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 8. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over Oubre, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Fox against Rubio. 6 to shoot. Pass to Oubre. Here's Ayton. Again, Phoenix.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Suns.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Devin Booker.
Just the scoring alone. It's a fantastic game for him. He was just going over, around, through the defense, all day long.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Oubre passes to Ayton. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. It goes against Sacramento.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
So much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Rubio with it. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.